Hello, Earth Science. Here we are up in the Forest Park behind T.C. Williams High School, and we're looking at the idea of watersheds today. And watersheds are those areas that drain water to a given point. Like, for instance, Taylor Run has a watershed that is a land surface and groundwater that drains into the stream called Taylor Run, and then runs into Cameron Run, and then out to the Potomac. But at a given point on Taylor Run, you can say what the watershed is, what water drains to that location. So I'm way up in Forest Park, where I can see a little stream behind me here that comes out of the hillside. So I can get that in the view for you. A little tiny trickly stream coming down the hill from this ridge top up here, right? And that's where the stream starts, and it's gonna take all the water that runs across the surface of the land and seeps through the ground from the rain in this little valley, right? And it's going to then drain down the hillside through the stream. I'll catch a few points later down the stream. Okay, so I've come up here to the crest of the hill, and it seems to be right in front of McDonald's. And if you look at these cars, they're headed downhill over there toward 395 on King Street. And McDonald's right at the top of the hill. If you look back down the hill, we're seeing downhill toward Taylor Run. This is what we call the crest of the hill, which would be the Watersheds divide. Right, it divides into the 4 Mile Run watershed up ahead, and behind us is the Taylor Run watershed. And each of these separately drains into Cameron Run for Taylor Run. Taylor Run goes to Cameron Run and then into the Potomac. And this goes down to 4 Mile Run. The 4 Mile Run runs into the Potomac. So there are two separate watersheds of the Potomac drainage. Here's one of those places where you can first see Taylor Run coming out from below the high school here. This is just below the Chinkopin Center. This is King Street up there on the right. And the water is pouring out from what we call an outfall, where a storm drain lets out into a stream. And this outfall gives rise to one of the branches of Taylor Run that starts right here. But if you look at the water here, it doesn't look exactly clean. Sometimes there's bubbles coming out of here. Sometimes it's milky white from whatever soap, etc. that's been used in the watershed somewhere. All it takes is one person to wash their car, and this starts to look pretty nasty. Also, a lot of pollen in the stream. Naturally, there might be a little bit of stuff this time of year, but it's not a very pretty looking stream. But as soon as you go downstream a little bit, it starts to clear itself out. Things get captured by going up and down over rocks. Already gets a little bit cleaner. Here's Taylor Run coming down the hill from T.C. Williams and into Angel Park. Here's a little bridge over Angel Park. If this is familiar to anybody, bike path here. This is Taylor Run right before it goes underneath Duke Street. Down here. It's a nice little stream running along. Nice and clear here. A couple of ducks enjoying the water. Here we are in Cameron Run, down at the lower end of town here. This is the southern border of Alexandria. And we see a slow river that has dropped some mud, some lily pads and things of that nature. Kind of a slow looking part of the river. And it's here it's actually come down to the Potomac. And we can see that we're down on what we call a delta. So the river has slowed so much that it's dropped much of its sand and silt and comes out and enters into the Potomac. So the place where Taylor Run entered the Cameron Run, a little hard to find. It's kind of buried under a hotel. But this is where it ultimately hits the Potomac, which then runs down to the Chesapeake on these sand and mud flats down here.